Hello, everybody. It's Geeks Assembled time. I'm Lee. There's Susan over there. Well, should I point out if it comes onto the screen? We're side to side, aren't we? So that way or that way. This week we're discussing a 2024 movie. Came out at the end of last year. A remake of a 1922 silent movie.
Yeah, 1922 till it was 102 years later.
Well, there was another remake in the 1970s with
Yeah.
and I can't remember who starred in that now, but yes, this is Nosferatu. Um, the well, it's just it was back then in 1922. It was an unauthorized version of Bram Stoker's Dracula, and this is really authorized, really um, sort of remake of Nosferatu, which really is just the story of Dracula,
hmm
um, page number by number, paid by numbers. Um, so we'll go over to Susan. Her opening thoughts on Nosferatu, the new version.
All right. Well, yeah, there's also the Shadow of the Vampire, which is all about the creation of it by Max Schreck and stuff. And so that was really that's where I sort of came to know about Nosferatu. I'm a Dracula fan. I love Dracula. I think he's a great character. But this is not him. Nosferatu is not Dracula. He's not super suave, super debonair, super sexy. He is um and this one he's played by one of the Skarsgårds, and he's played by the one who plays Pennywise the clown. So I mean, like, he's got this sort of, like, ability to reach in and drag out these this
He was
this
he was unrecognizable in the
he
makeup.
was he
Yeah,
really was unrecognizable. Yeah, and it's not a vampire who is you know sexy, suave, sensual. This is very gothic, gruesome body horror. His face is gaunt, but this vampire has a mustache, and that was really the. This is like it's interesting that was the way he was portrayed, and but it's all about, instead of London and instead of Whitby and instead of he sa- instead of sailing from Varna all the way, or just to the UK, he sailed all the way around into the Baltic Sea, into Germany, and into Bremen. This was the second time we've mentioned Bremen recently, because Bremen was mentioned in an audio adventure recently, so that was kind of cool. Um, Bremen being a sort of a town of some style and industry, and and unlike the Stoker one, that this ship hits the pier, or hits the dock or whatever, and all these rats come out, and there isn't really a wolf escaping. It's a bunch of rats escaping, and so he's gone into rat form, I think, or maybe those are just his familiars. I don't really know, but they all think it's the plague because you know apparently that's a time sort of sensitivity, and but it's got some sexy bits. Not it's not sexy sensual sexy. It's got sexy like as in oh this creepy this creepy old vampire is gonna try and seduce this one, and it's
Yeah.
played by Johnny Depp's daughter, and man, she's she's incredible. She really captures this fear, this she's able to play wild. And I just like the way that she was. What's her name? Her name is
Lily Rose.
Lily Rose, yeah. And and her husband played by Nicholas Holt, I think. And yeah, he looks so innocent when he first starts, and then by the end he you can see he's just like he can't be bothered. He's just 100% gonna deal with the situation, and that's fun. That's fun to see that transformation. So this one's got quite it's got some really big character arcs, and that's fun too. Um, does the vampire does Count Orlok have a character arc? Who knows? That's a tough one to say. But this was a really good story, nevertheless. Um, I enjoyed seeing it. I I think that uh, it's gruesome. It's really cool in that way. We just watched the last voyage of the Demeter, and like that was I mean that was all the body horror of being on board ship with a vampire, and this has got a lot of that in the city. So cool.
Mm.
Uh, um, glad they keep revisiting this characters, these two characters, Orlok and Dracula. I like that, and I like the fact that this one was it was so well shot. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. Um, in that gruesome way. Uh, yeah. Back over to you.
Thank you, Susan. Well, as you said, yes, well, you said Orlok is not Dracula, but he is because in the 1922 version, they just changed his name to Orlok because it was the unauthorized version of Dracula, what was made in 1922. Um, and it's just the story of Dracula, this, which we've all known before. It's been done before. Does it add anything to the mythos and legend of the Dracula story? No, it doesn't. Because it's just, as I said at the beginning, it's Nosferatu done, joining the dots, painting by numbers.
Painting by numbers is what you said,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, it just retells the same story, what's been told. Say in the 1922 version, in the 1979 version with Frank Langella, with the
Hmm.
Bram Stoker version, with 1992. It's the same story, it's the same happenings. It's just that it's different character names, but the same outcome. Um, so there's nothing new to add to the mythos of the vampire Nosferatu or Dracula, stroke Orlok. Um, I agree with you. It's shot. beautifully shot. The cinematography is amazing. The acting is superb. I prefer. I mean, I don't know. You've mentioned the makeup for Orlok. I prefer I prefer Max Strick's makeup.
Hmm.
It was more back in 1922, more creepy.
Hmm.
Um, I say this one with a big mustache, so it sort of it hid the teeth.
Hmm.
Um, they did homage to because back in the 1922 version, the silent version, they played a lot with shadows,
Hmm.
and they did put a homage to that in this with the shadows across the city of his hand, the shadow of his hand going up the stairs. I was waiting for the shadow of him walking up the stairs like they did in the silent one, but they didn't do that.
Hmm. Hmm.
But there's sort of a little homage to that.
The
Yeah,
shadow over the face.
yeah. Um, so I can't really say much more about this. I mean, you've got William Defoe in this as Professor von Franz, who really is Van Hesselin,
Yeah, Helsing.
Van Hesselin, and Helsing, should I say? Nicholas Holt was Thomas Hutter, otherwise known as Jonathan Harker.
Uh-huh.
We even had our Renfield in this, played by Simon McBurney as Hernock.
Yeah.
It just different character names, but the same story of
Hmm.
of him falling in love with one of the women, possessing, um, killing the family, bring crashing the ship onto the shore, all the crew killed. There was wolves there because he did change into a wolf. There was wolves running about in Transylvania, and there was some in England, not England, Germany, should I say?
I know. It's like,
So
but did you notice that there was the the one who played um Professor X's sister in
Emma,
Deadpool was
yeah,
played one of the characters in this.
Emma Corrin played Anna Harding.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was the one who.
That's the Lucy Westboro
Yeah.
character.
She's he killed both the children.
Uh huh.
And it, yeah, it just follows the same story. Cause and it's a pity they didn't change something because if you are a vampire fan, and especially a Dracula fan,
Hmm.
you know what's going to happen.
Hmm.
They should have put a twist here and a little twist there. I think just to
Hmm.
just to shake it up a bit, should I say?
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't add anything to the mythos. Um, I mean, so the acting in this, Aaron Taylor Johnson as Frederick Harding, great actor. Um, well, you had also Ralph Ineson as Doctor Sleevers,
Hmm.
who was helping France. Um, as yet, and he's good. That this Ralph Ineson who plays Doctor Sleevers is, I think, going to have his biggest role this year in movie,
What?
and I mean big and also big
Like
because
what?
he landed the role of Galactus
Oh, no way.
in the Fantastic Four movie.
Oh my gosh, that's a big role, so to speak.
So we'll
Very funny, you.
so yeah. So let's see how I think he got it because of his voice, real deep voice.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I can't really say much more about this. The scores are, lovely.
Hmm.
Cinematography is fine. I like the way it was sort of black and white, and then the color comes, fades in, and in certain
Hmm.
scenes, it's sort of dark and black and white. Um, but all in all, it's nothing new, which is a shame because I was expecting a little bit more from it.
Mm.
But I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. But you just know
Yeah.
you just know what's going to happen because, as I say, it's just the same story from beginning to end. Um,
Yep.
and I was expecting something different because of the people who made this. Um, what's his face? What's his name? Robert Egg- Robert Eggers. Um, which he made a movie a few years back, The Lighthouse.
Hmm. Oh
What
my gosh, yeah.
was an amazing.
We reviewed that, and that was.
I absolutely loved that. That just took me by surprise, took my breath away. That movie, and I thought, right, we're going to get something on that line, of, movie making, and I was fairly disappointed. To be honest.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Okay.
anything what stands out for you, Susan?
Yeah, Eggers did knock it out of the park with the lighthouse. That was
Mm,
absolutely, oh, devastating. That was great.
mm.
And but this one was cool. It was but yeah, yeah, due to I did like the fact that the vampire uh was like robust enough to stay in one piece at at the break of day. He didn't
Hmm.
just turn into ash and vanish. That was sort of new lore, but yeah, they did. I was afraid, when he wasn't turning to ash, I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna survive this, and that was gonna be like the little twist, and that, I guess I was hoping that there would be a little twist because, but I also was like, could that really be an effective twist? I just didn't know. The other thing is, uh, yeah, the poll. I liked how they set it up with his calling her across space and time years beforehand. I thought that was really setting something up that was different because Dracula didn't do that. Dracula
Hmm.
just showed up. He wanted the house. It was a land grab and then it was a people grab. But now in this one, it's a people grab and then it was a land grab. It got I mean, and he didn't have a bunch of wives back in uh, back in Germany. That was all Dracula. That's why you just were like, Dracula's got to be super sexy because he has three women sort of at his beck and call, in uh, in Transylvania. And Dracula was all that in a bag of chips. That's really what it was. He really was. He was fish and chips. He was the dog's bollocks. He was everything. He was he was the he was the magic man from across the sea, and so yeah, that whole Transylvania thing though, it was fun watching Knock go completely batshit. That was great. That was great fun. he did that was played so well. Oh my gosh, it was so well done. And then and the fact that they call him Canuck because you don't there's no silent uh there's no silent letters in German. I don't think. So, Canuck. It was great. Anyway, that was fun. There was that was great, and then Lily Rose Depp. Shoot, she's going places. That woman can play weird just like her dad. She really can.
Let's hope she's got a singing voice like a woman.
Yeah.
Vanessa
Let's
Paradis.
yeah. That would be great. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Anyway, so we've done quite a few Draculas and uh and Nosferatus now.
hmm
Um, we've done some audios with Big Finish and what's his name, Mark Gatiss, and then we also have done a few movies, and I think that this is a really it's a fun one for me.
it was fun to watch. Don't get me
Hmm.
wrong. It was just the same old story. Um, I mean, Count Orlok. I don't know why they got a name like Bill Skarsgård to play him because he was unrecognisable and he didn't really have much to do, did he? He was there to meet Nicholas Holt at the castle,
Hmm.
and then he was just there to sort of seduce the women through time and with his thoughts, and that was it. There was nothing else from there. I mean, they could have got a lesser known actor to play him, I suppose,
Yeah,
because
they could.
you, you cannot, for the life of you, you cannot see Bill Skarsgård in that face.
No, you really can't.
Yeah, so it could have been anybody. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's a great actor, but I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if his talent was wasted in this.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh,
but I don't know. It was still a fun watch. It's always good to sit down and watch a vampire movie. Um, so, anything else, Susan, before we go final saying Scott?
no, yeah, it was it was just good that we had something new from that whole world
Mhm.
last year, and or you know really just a couple months ago, and yeah, I think that they should try and do to to keep me satisfied every couple of years. Of course. Yeah, that would do. Anyway, and I love the gypsies in this one. This one has some great gypsies too.
hmm
That is always like gypsies and Jewish people are my favorite people groups on the planet. So yeah, gotta say that. Okay. Hmm,
So, what would
vampires are my favorite. So yeah, I'll give this uh, nine, mm, spindly, uh, spindly fingers grabbing shadows out of 10.
I know? Well, I'm gonna give this because I say I've seen it all before. It's been told many times before. Um,
It's not going to be as high as it.
No, it's not going to be a size 9. Um, I'm going to give this 7
Uh-huh.
tasty
That's what I
pigeons out
thought.
of 10.
7 tasty children?
Pigeons.
Pigeons. Oh, they're funny. Oh, so gonna.
Um, it's not a bad movie, but just because they didn't really change a whole lot of the story, um, and you've seen it many, many, many times before, it
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
it away, takes things away. So yeah, 7 for me.
Okay.
You know, I watched it, enjoyed it, but there was nothing new for me.
Right. All right.
So Susan loved it.
Mm-hmm.
She gave it a 9. You
Mm-hmm.
guys out there, do you think it was worth a 9, or do you think she's insane? Look at that face. Yeah, she's insane. Yeah, you guys, if you've seen it,
Uh-huh.
leave a comment below on this video. Let us know what you thought of the movie. Um, Please also leave a message below if you want to join us, because you're more than welcome to. All you have to be is 18 or and over. Um, and you need a working camera and microphone in the device you use, and we'll try and get you on. Just leave a message below on this video. We'll share it on the social media platforms, so you'll find us popping up every now and again. So just leave a message below, not just this video, any other video you found. Um, Please just say,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to join you. I am over 18, blah, blah, blah. And we'll see what we can do for you. Um, if you're subscribing to our YouTube channel, please press the bell notification button. And no, it's not working, Susan. No, it's not working.
Ding ding.
It's ding ding in your head, but it's not ding ding on the sound. But yeah, and you'll get notified every time we put a video. Also, we say we've got a Facebook group. Join that. We put things up every day. We like to have other people posting as well. We have a few what post regularly, and would be nice to have more people posting. So please join us on that. And you feel free as well to pop onto my Instagram. I just put things up there, what I like, so join that if you like. Is that everything, Susan?
Yeah.
Cool, cool. So now, listen to that. Listen to the Children of the Night. Oh, that's the wrong movie, that, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
What beautiful music they make.
Uh-huh.
Now, that's a
I
classic.
don't drink. I don't drink. Why?
What do you drink, Susan?
Blood, blood.
Bye for now.